Why is China so interested in the Middle East? What is the reason it is continuously increasing its engagement in the region? Let's quickly understand China's grand strategy. As China's global ambitions grow, its engagement in various regions of the world is also increasing. Central Asia, the Middle East, Africa, Latin America, China is trying to expand its influence everywhere. Talking about the Middle East, we know that there are abundant oil and natural gas reserves here. Now, China is the world's largest energy consumer and largest oil importer. More than 50% of China's energy imports come from the Middle East. So, obviously, China would want this region to remain stable. That is why China is playing a major role in mediating peace deals in the region. Last year, we saw how China restored diplomatic ties between two historical rivals, Iran and Saudi Arabia. And recently, it brokered a unity deal between 14 rival Palestinian groups, including Hamas and Fatah. Since China is dependent on the Middle East for its energy security, it would not want tensions to escalate here, as that would disrupt oil supplies. Therefore, we are seeing that China is expanding its diplomatic presence in the Middle East. Just as in other regions, China is also making heavy investments in the Middle East. The Middle East is critically important for the success of China's massive Belt and Road Initiative. Look at the strategic geographical location of this region on the map. It serves as the connecting link between Asia, Europe, and Africa. The Suez Canal, which is crucial for global trade, is also located here. Given the strategic location, energy resources, and economic potential of the Middle East, China is investing heavily in energy and infrastructure projects in the region. Since the Middle East is a cornerstone of the global trade network that China is trying to build through the BRI, China naturally wants to become a key player in the Middle Eastern affairs. It wants to build strategic alliances here to secure its long-term geopolitical interests. Consequently, China is deepening its engagement here because it desperately wants to integrate the Middle East into the BRI. Further, the great power competition between the US and China is a reality in today's geopolitics. This rivalry is also evident in the Middle East, just as it is elsewhere. Both global powers seek to expand their influence in the region and secure their strategic interests. The US has traditionally been the dominant power in the Middle East, but now China is challenging this dominance. In regional conflicts, China positions itself as a neutral party and seeks to play the role of a mediator. While the US doesn't shy away from military intervention, currently China adopts a non-interventionist policy, although it may change this approach if necessary. China has already established a military base in Djibouti. Its military presence in the region is still limited compared to the US. However, China is gradually building security ties with countries here and presenting itself as an attractive alternative to the US. Additionally, China is using soft power and cultural influence to build a positive image in the region. It is also increasing its technology exports to counterbalance the US, with Chinese tech companies expanding their presence in the region. Don't forget that the Digital Silk Road is also a part of the BRI. Thus, countering the US is another reason why China is increasing its influence in the Middle East. So in this video, we quickly discussed China's strategic interests due to which it is strengthening its diplomatic ties and economic partnerships in the Middle East. I hope you found the session useful. Thank you for your time.